Jasmyne and Vince.
The Jasmyne Show.
The Jasmyne Vince.
And welcome back to a brand new episode of The Jasmyne Show. What's happening, y'all? My name is Vince.
I'm Jazz.
And we are here, of course, talk about another episode of Celebrity Big Brother. Oh, that was nice. It's been a long night. Want to say shout out to the Los Angeles Rams that just won the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
I don't have
a Rams fan?
Nah, I got it. It says Los Angeles on it. That's all I got. All right, but we in LA, but we spend our time at home just eating, enjoying the game, having a good time. But it's a little bit late now. Big Brother just finished. Please make sure that you're
liking, commenting,
Yeah.
and following,
and all those
subscribing.
things. Jazz, you over there planning trips?
Mind your business.
Anywho,
So nosy.
make sure you stay in contact with our travel vlogging content here on the Jasmyne Show. You'll probably see it come up after this video anyway. But let's talk about Big Brother, man. The reason why we're here. There are how many people left in this house, Jazz?
I always lose count. Lamar, Todd,
Right? Yeah.
Todd,
Yeah.
Misha,
Uh-huh.
Shayna,
Mm-hmm.
Cynthia,
Yep.
and Carson. Am I missing something?
That's right. That's everybody.
it?
I
All
think.
right.
I think you got
'Cause
everybody.
you know I be forgetting.
Yeah, I think that was everybody. It's 6 of them. No,
That was 7.
it's 7 of them left in the house. Unfortunately, we had to say bye to the last Chris's last episode. Last time we left you, they were doing the wall competition where they had to hang on for their lives, of course, in order to see who's going to win the HOH.
Such a hard competition.
Todd is trying to play now, so he was up there for like 21 minutes. I thought that was pretty dope. Shout out to you, Todd. It came down to Carson and Todrick after like 56 minutes or something like that.
Hold on, who fell? Let me see. I wrote it down. Somebody fell at 6. Shayna fell at 56 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Shayna fell. Okay, cool.
and then it was down to Carson and Todrick. And Carson, they were both kind of struggling, but Todrick was struggling. So he made a deal with Carson
Right.
that Carson wouldn't backdoor him, is what he said.
Do we believe this deal?
He said it wouldn't backdoor. That don't mean you're not going on the block.
We don't know nothing.
And he said, sure. He didn't say, like, yes, of course.
Who said sure?
That's what Carson said.
Carson said that he's down for the deal from Todrick.
Yeah, he said sure.
We'll see. Did Todrick fall directly after that?
Yes.
Either way, yes, apparently. I see. I must have missed that. It happened
What's the name
directly
of this competition?
I have no idea.
Because I call it the Hold On for Your Life wall competition.
Let's get it. I'll take that. I'm not going to argue with that.
Like a 45-degree angle holding on to that wall. Like
I'm not going to argue with that one this time. It was a lot going on. Of course, they had to get the stuff thrown in their face and all that. But Carson wins the competition. Carson, from being on the block, definitely being out last week, to being the HOH. Now we in charge. Now it's time to get it popping. He was hype, of course.
I was hyped too because I've been waiting for him to win.
Exactly. Now, do you think, now that they've made this little deal, do you think that, like he said, do you think we can bring Todrick back into the fold? Do you think this is happening?
I don't understand why Todrick is so against coming back into the fold because he's not going to win against Misha on the
Carson's his own person.
But in a final 2, Todrick will not win against Misha. Misha's won 2 HOHs. Todrick has won nothing.
Misha is kind of just...
He hasn't even won a veto.
Misha's the brawn right now. Todrick is definitely the brains. So if there's a competition that revolves around not being the brawn, then we'll see. Todrick almost killed... Oh, Shayna won that one. But Todrick was very close. He was very close in the last
He keeps being
veto.
close, but he ain't winning. Close don't count.
Very close, though. You're right. So you got to get some of those closer people out. That's all.
Yes.
That's all. All right. So we don't know if Todrick's getting back in the fold. Let us know if you think Tasha will completely... If you think Todrick will completely ditch Misha, that's their combined name.
I don't think that he will.
I don't think he's going to leave her.
He doesn't want to.
I don't think he does either.
He straight up ditched the formation for Misha. So.
I agree. So, Todrick and Misha, they decided to throw Shayna completely under the bus to Cynthia and Carson. and say, oh, she was trying to put y'all out. She was snitching. She was telling everything to y'all and then coming to tell it to us.
Are we just going to skip over the fact that Carson won the HOH?
I-
And you know how they were always saying, oh, who wants to see my HOH room? Misha was like, I don't want to see it. I'm not going to be fake.
I did miss that. I skipped over it.
And then Todrick was like, well, I'm going to go. But I'm just like,
always
is
go.
Misha having fun?
Always go.
Always go. She was like, I'm not gonna kiss ass like and be
always
fake.
Go.
I
Unless
think
you
you should
absolutely
too.
are beefing face to face with that specific person. Always go. Just go.
I just don't. I just want to know if Misha's having fun in this game. Cause she's always so serious. She never laughs. I'm like, why? That's boring to me.
It's a mind game.
It is, but it's a game.
Yes.
A game is meant to include some fun.
I agree.
I'm
maybe,
like, I haven't seen her let her hair down once.
maybe she was introduced to the game differently, and maybe she plays mind games differently, seeing as how she gets punched in her head for a living and does the same to others.
I don't know. But she's also a mom, so
Yeah.
like there has to be like a more like let your hair down softer side. Is
Okay.
all I'm saying. I would like to see it.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
Soften up a little bit, Misha. Let us see the mom side of you, I guess. Oh.
So anyway, going back to as you were talking about.
What was I talking about? You threw me off. I'm going
You
now.
saying Carson wanted a Final Four with Shayna.
They threw her under the bus is where I was at.
Yeah. But before that,
Yes.
they were talking about having a Final Four with Shayna,
Mm-hmm.
Cynthia,
Okay.
Carson, and who was the fourth person?
You tell me.
Was it Todrick?
Maybe.
I think they wanted to get Todrick back on their
Maybe.
side.
But Todrick had to let them know this is what Shayna been saying, and was able to bring Misha in.
I feel like you skipping a lot.
I might be.
Because
I might
okay,
be.
so they said we wanted to do a Final Four with Todrick
I didn't take that many notes.
to bring him back into the fold, basically.
Yes.
And they said we're gonna put Misha and you up.
Right. And
And
they wasn't
if
with that.
you win-
Misha was though, weirdly.
No, hold on. That's
Okay.
not what happened.
Go ahead.
They told him we're gonna put you, Todrick, and Misha up, and we want if you win the power of veto, we want you to keep the nominations the same to guarantee that Misha will be going home. Basically, is what they said, and then you can work with us.
Mm-hmm.
So you would vote to get Misha out with us if you come off the block,
Because we need Misha out.
right? So then he went and told Misha that,
Yes.
and that's how it started.
Immediately. So they come up with the. Thank you for that. Thank you for the
Yes,
correction.
you need the
So
context.
they came up with the plan to, because obviously they want Misha out. No, we can't have that. We can't have that. We need to put this fire onto someone else. So the fire went on to Shayna. And again, this is an example of Todrick showing his loyalty to Misha, because I'm not letting you send my girl out. I'm not. Send the other snitch out.
Yeah, he's like, if I'm in a Final Four with them, then I'm probably going to be the least trusted person, and I'm going to be the first person out in that Final Four. And he's like, I'm not going to protect Shayna, who was playing both sides of the house.
Can't do it. Hence the plan. Hence the throwing her under the bus. Again, I think it worked out very well in Todrick's favor.
It blew up.
So well. Misha had just happened to be standing right outside the bathroom while she was talking to, while Todrick was talking to Cynthia. I think Carson walked in while the both of them were talking. Todrick was like, "Oh, this is just working out perfectly. Like, I needed them to be an example." But the thing about the Big Brother house is having to run around and get people together. Oh, can you leave? Can I just talk to this person alone?
Yeah.
It just works out perfectly. But
we're going to talk about how shocked Carson and Cynthia were. Their faces, they could not. They were like, "Hold on, what?" But two people are coming to say this.
Is
so
that
this
right?
Has to be
it has to be true.
And what they said was true, because
it has to be.
I didn't rock with Shayna from the jump. When the first opportunity she had to talk to Misha, she said, "Yeah, the formation has this person listed everybody out off bat. That's a no." So then I was like, she's just voting, and then she votes wherever she wants. Oh, well, this person, yeah, Chris Kirkpatrick was her boy. Final two. She voted for him to go home. She assumed he didn't have the numbers and voted for him to go home. I don't think that that's fair.
So those are the points that they brought to the table. Misha at one point even offered to go up on the block again, like I was saying, in order to backdoor Shayna. And when the conversation, I think Shayna had walked into the bathroom and saw them all talking or something like that.
And they
Then
had that quiet awkwardness.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody, that's Big Brother, man, Big Brother. Everybody had to look like a little dispersed. So I think she was like, wait, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Tries to get Cynthia. She's like, oh, I'm not talking to you without Carson.
Yeah, Cynthia was tight. Cynthia was mad.
I was like, okay, all right. I like where this is going. So Shayna does finally get Cynthia and Carson together in the HOH room.
Yeah.
Misha and Todrick just lurking around the room. I'm like, I feel like if you're in the HOH room, you should have those TVs on at all times.
Right.
I need the command center. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't understand why they didn't have the conversation. Like, oh, let's go to the HOH room and have the conversation. Y'all just in the bathroom. Everybody goes into the bathroom.
Everybody.
Area. Like,
and we can hear you.
Right.
By the way, just in case.
So basically, the issue is Shayna brought up valid points as to how she was. She did take Carson off the block. She did win the power of veto.
It all happened.
She was riding, but she was really riding for both sides.
Right?
She was more riding for the formation side. I'll give her that.
But what's the number one thing that she did, that she was doing, that she wasn't being aware of in Big Brother? She was being very defensive.
Oh, she was hella defensive, so it made her seem more guilty. She was so like, oh, well, if you believe them, then fine. And Todrick and Misha was just like, yeah, she said that, blah, 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 blah.
Not to say that it would have cleared her or made it seem more believable.
No, she can't be
but
cleared.
If she would have,
hella defensive.
if she would have said simply like, yeah, I was trying to save my ass, man. It's Big Brother, you know what I'm saying? I did that only so I wouldn't be the next person on the block. Understandable.
And that's the truth.
That's what the truth was.
Yeah.
So it does, one, still make you look like you'll go wherever the wind blows.
Yes.
But at the same time, you could say, yo, I'm with y'all, but Misha was bulldozing the whole house, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. What you want me to say in her face?
That would have been a real defense.
What you want me to say in her face? You know?
Because as soon as
don't let Todd hear you, though. Don't let Todd hear.
Because remember, Chris Kirkpatrick said the one wrong thing to her, and he was out the next time. That's what I'm saying. Like,
you gonna put me up?
Shayna just looks she looked guilty.
It's so
but
bad.
she still ain't admitted that she gave up all of formation. Well, as soon as she did that the first time, I was like, oh, she a snitch.
Mokler. I still don't know who you are exactly, but all I know is.
So what I loved was.
It could go either way.
I loved when Cynthia was like, if you saying that's what you said, go say it in front of the people that said you said this.
That's all I ask.
It was funny to me because that's so Real Housewives of Atlanta. They'd be like, no, I didn't say that. And they'd be like, no, bring the person that brought the tea to you. Yes. And then everybody say it, and then everybody argue all together.
The equivalent of a house meeting in Big Brother is what we call that right there. It's like, bring it together. Get everybody.
Well, in Basketball Wives fashion, Jackie, what's Doug's wife name? Jackie... I can't remember.
Are we talking about?
She would call it a Ponderosa. Okay, they had a Ponderosa.
That's a different show. Sorry.
Jackie Christie.
Oh,
Jackie Christie. Okay, I couldn't remember her last name. You know who Doug Christie is?
Aha!
Oh my goodness.
We're talking about Big Brother.
Mr. NBA.
Yeah. Yes. If we're talking about celebrity Big Brother right now, you got me thinking about too many different celebrities. Right now, all I'm discussing is that, yes, that would have been a house meeting. It was nice how things turned out. I still don't know who is going home this week, but who ended up on the block from our HOH? Carson. Todd Bridges. And Misha, who volunteered. But do we think...
She didn't need to get volunteer. She was going on that block, period.
Do we think that Carson wants to send her home still to this day?
If I had the option, I would still do it. Because that's going to force Todrick to either work with him or work against him.
Let us know how you feel in the comments, because I myself would probably send Misha home too, especially seeing as how you're the person that put me on the block.
Yeah.
Todd rules, baby. Todd rules.
No, I would definitely send Misha home, because how many opportunities are you going to get? She keep winning HOHs.
She keeps.
Send her home.
She keeps. Lots of lying and backstabbing going on in this game, but such is Big Brother. Let us know who you're feeling in the comments now that there's only 7 house guests left. Anybody else that you want to talk about in this episode? Lamar's proving me wrong in my Super Genius
Lamar's don't know what's happening.
Or is he?
No, like Todd said, he understands half of the game. By the time he understands the other half, he's going to be out of the house.
Todd said this.
Yes.
All right.
Said he only understands half of the game, but by the time he realizes the other half, he's gonna be outside.
Y'all gonna hate me. I'm adding on to my theory. I think the number one final two in the house that no one suspects, Todd and Lamar, super genius team. Super genius team. They're working something.
That is hilarious. Yeah. They ain't won nothing.
Now Todd, he brought Todd into the fold to
No.
vouch for him. Yo,
'Cause
this guy
you-
don't know what he talking about, man. What's happening?
But let's be clear. How many times have you watched Big Brother? And you know those last, when you get to like the final three, somebody has to win that HOH comp.
Somebody.
Has it ever been somebody that's never won anything previous?
If they're there, it's a chance. There's always a chance.
I'm sure it is, but it's not often.
There's
Usually
always a
it's
chance.
somebody that's been killing it.
There's always a chance. But let's get out of here, man. Very interested to see who's going to continue to win. But let's talk about the schedule for a hot second, folks. Obviously, this is episode number 8. I didn't even get to say that because I realized I named the last one wrong. But this is episode number 8. Number 9 is coming up. 2-hour episode on a Monday night. Get ready, folks. But
On a Monday?
on a Monday night, y'all. On a Monday night. But yes, that is all we have to say on this episode of The Jasmine Show.
My lips was ready for Big Brother. I
That
should have
too.
just said it.
You should have just went with it.
I was like,
You did it in the beginning. But yes, we will see you next time. Peace.
peace out.
Jasmine and Vince.
The
The
Jasmine